Hey folks, Gary here. Happy Saturday morning to you. I hope your day is starting off really well. Behind us, people are starting off their day pretty well. I don't know if you can hear the machinery back behind us, but they're getting themselves all set up for Whitewood Day. There's going to be lots of fun things going on in Whitewood today, including a street dance, which will be taking place basically right behind our house. Let me just show you. Just like this and go right back there. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really good. Yeah, so a band called Dangerous Cheese will be playing from 10 till 1 o'clock in the morning. So I guess I'll be listening to Dangerous Cheese tonight. I wonder what that'll be like. Yeah, probably be okay. Probably gonna be a lot of fun. But they're getting themselves all ready. So I imagine that they're not. No one's really relaxing too much as they're working hard. We've been talking about being content, and being content. Is it about relaxing? It's partly about relaxing. It's resting in God. So maybe there's a segue there. But it's about resting in God and working hard, but resting in God. Today we're going to look at a story of Mary and Martha. And so we find this in Luke 10, verses 38 down to 42. And it says this. As Jesus and his disciples continued on their way to Jerusalem, they came to a certain village where a woman named Martha welcomed him into her home. Her sister Mary sat at the Lord's feet, listening to what he taught. But Martha was distracted by the big dinner she was preparing, and she came to Jesus and said, "Lord, doesn't it seem unfair to you that my sister sits here while I do all the work? Tell her to come and help me." And so, kind of just thinking about the folks out here, they're doing a lot of work right now. I don't think they're distracted. I think they're doing it. They're purposely doing what they need to do. But they're focused on their work, that's not a bad thing. If you're working, you should be focused on your work, right? That's not a bad thing at all. But with Martha, she's missing something that's even greater. She's focused on what she needs to do, and that's good. You should be focused on what you should do. But she's missing Jesus, and that is a tragedy. Mary didn't miss that. So we go to 41, and it says, "But the Lord said to her, 'My dear Martha, you are worried and upset over all these details. There's only one thing worth being concerned about.'" Those are important words for us. There is only one thing worth being concerned about. So if you think about all the important things in your life, and I'm not saying they're not important, they probably are important, but there's only one thing that surpasses all of that. There's only one thing that's the most important thing. Right, there's one thing worth being concerned about, and Mary has discovered it, and it will not be taken from her. Mary has discovered the most important thing is to sit at the feet of Jesus and to relax at the feet of Jesus. Cole just showed up. Hey, Cole. Right? So it's being in the presence of God. That's the most important thing, to rest beside him. We get busy in our days. We get busy in the things we're doing. Where's contentment? Well, how does that come into it? Contentment is saying, I'm just going to rest with God. I'm going to be satisfied with what the Lord has given me. I'm going to be satisfied in his presence. Do I have to do things? Sure. But I'm going to make sure I rest in God as I do those things. I'm going to be in his presence as I do those things. The most important thing is to be with him. If I'm with him, then I'm content and I'm relaxed. And I'm not going crazy over things. I'm content in his presence. And Mary found that, and she sat at his feet, rested at his feet, and listened and heard everything he had to say, and just basked in his presence. That's a call to us, that we just sit in the presence of God.